Today's video, we'll be taking a look at another Ahsoka Tano action figure for the Black Series 6-inch line. This is based upon her appearance from season, towards the end of season 3 and to season 4 and season 5. So this is a recent release at the time of this video, and it's one that I think a lot of people have been eagerly anticipating for a long time now. We originally got her in this outfit in the Clone Wars animated line, and that figure is extremely expensive. I see that go way up in the hundreds. I never got that one at the time, and I don't think I ever really saw it. Of course, I wish I got it at the time. It is a nice action figure. And then we got her in the vintage collection. I have that figure. This is technically the Black Series action figure, but it's the same action figure. And now we finally have her in the Black Series line after all these years. I'm surprised they didn't do this one sooner, but at least we have it now, and I haven't opened it yet. This is going to be another unboxing video similar to Bastila, but just based upon the appearance on the card art here, I think she's going to be a great action figure, and I'm happy to add her to the collection. So we'll just go ahead and open her up right now. Well, take a look at this here first. So image. Clone Wars Ahsoka Tano is a Padawan. Another image of her there. I highly doubt we're ever going to get a season 1 appearance of Ahsoka for the Black Series line. But who knows? Maybe Hasbro will come around to it at some point. But I think that's about the only one left that we're missing for the Black Series for all the Ahsoka appearances. All the main ones, that is. So there's a description of her there, pretty basic. Image of her there, so she's 5'6". That seems about right. She's just slightly shorter than Bastila. And this is still in that transition phase. Even though this is a recently released action figure, we still have the windowless packaging here. So I wonder, she must have been in the works for a long time, because we had the Ahsoka action figures from the series, and those had the windowed package, and I'm pretty sure those were in development long after these ones probably were, between her and the Magna Guard here. And I think Darth Malgus may have been released as kind of part of this wave as well. So maybe this is the last wave that has the windowless packaging. We shall see. So let's get her out of the prison here. Hopefully she's actually in here. Let's see here. There she is, wrapped up like a mummy. Lightsaber here. Doesn't look like they have cardboard for these lightsabers. Cut that here. And let's see here. Yeah. They do have Black Series printed on the paper here. I do recall when I reviewed Mara Jade and Dr. Aphra, the Black Series logo was only printed on one side of the paper here and not the rest of it. Well, it seems like they've changed that over time, and now the Star Wars The Black Series printed all around it. Just a minor detail. Here's the action figure. Wow, so far this is really impressive. I have to admit, you might be noticing that I've been doing a lot of Black Series recently, and I'm finding Hasbro's been knocking it out of the park with the Black Series more than TVC recently. Well, that looks really nice though. spot on to Ahsoka. I don't think she's really reutilizing any parts either. I think this might be an entirely new action figure. And I think there's going to be no question about it. This new one's going to be far superior compared to the 3 3/4 inch figure we have. The Clone Wars one, it's great for what it is, but I think this new Black Series one is definitely going to knock that one out of the park too. Arguably her most iconic appearance. A little bit of different outfit differences here as well. Looks like she has some more detailing in her outfit for the 3 3/4 inch figure, and this one's more solid in color with no details. The Black Series. Looks like for loincloth here as well, the pattern on is detailed on it for this, while this one's more painted on. Let's see how the lightsabers look. I would say these are pretty accurate to Ahsoka's lightsabers. Looks spot on. Let's see here. I have to work with her right hand there to get that to fit. That looks really good though. I will say that I think the color scheme is much more vibrant and looks a lot better on the Black Series figure, but I think I like the detail a lot more on this 3 3/4 inch figure. For the boots, they are slightly different. I think the Black Series figure here has more detail in the boots. Has a little bit of that different cut there. It's interesting. And for the back here, both about the same. I think the 3 3/4 inch figure here has a little more detail in her belt, as you can see. And she has the soft goods for her skirt there, while this one's just pure plastic. But she does have a cut on the side there, so you could get her in various poses. and it shouldn't be restricted. See if there's any differences in their articulation of any kind. The joints are really well hidden on this. So obviously she has a ball joint at the head, and then she has a hinge at the shoulders, and the joints nicely hidden on that. Hinge at the shoulder or at the elbow, and it does go past 90 degrees. Hinge wrist, and then hinge torso, I would assume. Yeah. And the hinge tips. And does she have the swivel? She does not have the swivel at the thigh, it looks like, so she's part of the newer tooling. But it should be able to get in just about any pose you could want her in. She does have a hinge at the knee there, past 90 degrees, and then the rocker ankles. And if you work with it, you could probably get her in some good poses. Something like that. Let's see here. Kind of like she's skidding across the floor. I think she's definitely much more posable compared to the other Black Series figures of Ahsoka. At some point, I do plan on doing a kind of like an evolution of Ahsoka video where I compare all the Black Series ones. I think I have all of them at this point, except maybe the Ahsoka Series one, which is the same exact figure as the Mandalorian one. So I'll probably be doing that pretty soon here. And we'll see which one's the more superior Ahsoka figure, and if you can only have one for your collection, which one will that be? And so far my impression is it's going to be this one. Show off one more thing here. So you can plug her lightsabers in her belt, looks like, and we'll see how that looks. Something like that. Plug in the belt nicely. They seem like they'll stay in the place. Kind of has her left hand there in a force pose position. Kind of like she's trying to do mind trick or force persuade or something like that. belt is a little loose when putting these on. As you can see, it kind of tugs at it a little bit. Interesting design at the end of the hilt there. It almost seems like it's a double plug in there too. And I've noticed that with these recent Black Series action figures is they're actually sculpting the ends of the lightsaber blade to be form-fitting with the hilt. It's nice that Hasbro has been doing that. I don't think they really did that in the past. It was always just a solid blade and it was a clean cut. And even if the hilt was designed in a intricate way, it was still just that way. Let's see here. Very soft hands where the thumb wants to crush in on itself when you put the hilt in your hand. I think that's pretty much all I could show you with this Ahsoka action figure. Would I recommend her for your collection? I totally would. I have a really good first impression of her, and I think she's going to go down as one of the best Ahsoka figures that Hasbro's ever made. We'll show one more thing, is that braid she has there in the back. It's nicely detailed. Nice color too. It's neat that they did that. I think on this side here it was ripped off of her by Cad Bane, I think it was. So it's nice that they did that detail. Not too sure, but I'm not sure if it was this side or not, or if she got repaired, or what the situation was. But I would assume that's what ended up happening. Nice detail on Hasbro's part. Yeah, she's a solid action figure, perfect in every way. Totally recommended. If you can only have one Ahsoka for your collection, this one would be a great contender. But anyways, that concludes this review. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for plenty more reviews in the future. There will always be lots more to come. If you haven't already, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. I always appreciate your support. And check out some links in the description as well. As always, thanks for watching.